It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm hungry. I'm in a place I don't know. This is all I got is a 10-second clip of this. So here's my tale of being hungry at 4:30 in the morning. I'm not a person that stays up late. I'm in bed like at 10. But I went to this comedy show and I ate before I went. We were going to have Nesso on the show. His computer broke. So I was going to tell this story because he was there. I was there with him. And he did not eat before we went there. So he was dying.
I know where this is going.
Let me take a sidebar before I go into this story of hitting the road looking for food. Who knows where we went? It's hard. Nobody knows, like I haven't really alluded much to my preferences of food on this podcast, I don't think. But so we go to this comedy show and
Oh, sorry. Can I ask a question real quick? Are you saying you ate what you ate on your stream and then you ate again?
If this was Friday, what did I eat on my stream?
You ate fucking hot Cheetos.
Oh, yes.
Mac and cheese. And C4.
That's twitch.tv/SmarkMark. Great content there. Yes, I did eat. I did eat flaming hot Cheetos, mac and cheese, and C4 strawberry.
Not in
Starburst flavor.
The mac and cheese not prepared correctly. I just got to throw that out there. Okay, you just dumped water in a bowl. Yeah. You just dumped water in a bowl.
No,
right?
I heated it up.
Oh,
I boiled it.
You're not
supposed to let the cheese sit on top and get hard and then try to stir it together.
Right, yeah. You poured the powder on and then you just like lightly stirred the powder into the watery.
What are you supposed to do?
You are supposed to cook the noodles separately.
I did that. I cooked them with the water. That's the water that was in there that you saw.
So that's the water. But then you drain the water out and then you add milk and butter.
Oh.
And
not on the. That's not on the.
Have you ever made mac and cheese? Have you ever made mac and cheese?
Did you read the description on the bowl? I read the bowl, and the bowl said, "Leave the water in to help with the sauce, with the powder."
Is that what it said? It said, "Leave the water in to help with the sauce."
Yeah, or whatever the fuck this is. The chemicals.
Well, was it good?
You had a different version, I guess, because mine did not say that.
Yours didn't say that because you had the boxed version. Which is probably more legitimate. And I had the little self-serve bowl that you make when you're at your hell job. Was it good? No. It was. I don't know if I'd say it was bad, but it definitely felt toxic. Something about it tasted like death. Yeah.
Like chemical? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that.
It was good, but in a really bad way. I guess I could say that.
Yeah, I 100% agree because I had it, but I had the stovetop version, which I think was a little better because it's got you got butter and you got milk in there mixed up with it. But
and now
still.
So I had that little tiny one serving bowl. How much did you have, Jake? Just want to check in here.
I had 2. So on that day I had 2 bowls.
Okay.
Because that's how much that the box produces.
Oh, so you had a whole box.
Yeah, I had a whole box. You can't open one of those boxes and just make one serving. Fuck that. Who does that? That's my problem with those boxes. It's like, make these for one person. Don't make them for a family because I'm going to eat the whole fucking thing.
Because I'm the family.
You're killing me. Yeah, this is your fault.
Right.
And so I had... through that weekend, I had
Jake's sitting at a table with like 4 bowls on each spot. Are you going to have any more, honey? Scoots over to the other seat. Yeah. Finish that bowl.
I would sever for that. I would do severance for that.
Severance for eating your mac and cheese.
Yeah. Like I eat one bowl and then a different me eats the other bowl thinking he hasn't eaten yet.
Yeah, that's definitely. Do you even need that? I feel like we could already compartmentalize that. Like, Well, it's been about 5 minutes since I finished
because
that.
Because both versions of me don't have to feel bad because you're like, this is all I'm having. Ooh, look at that. You know?
That's like okay, you set it down and you're like, I'm done, I can't eat anymore, and then it's just sitting there and literally 2 minutes later it's back in your hand somehow.
You're like, yeah, it does like the face thing, like
yeah.
And then just have another bowl.
You find yourself already eating half of the bowl. Yeah.
Oh, that's even. But the bad part, is the person that has to prepare it. See, that one of me just has the food, and every time he wakes up, he just has food. His life is great. Anyway, what were you talking about?
I don't know.
You were explaining your story about Friday night with Nessaway.
Oh yes.
Right. So you ate that mac and cheese and you drank C4 right after it. Yeah. So you mixed that all in your stomach, and then you went and you ate something else.
Some of the nastiest two things you could ever mix. And so my sidebar that I was going to go on was when we got to this comedy club, it was sold out. And so we sit down, and he knew the guy, so he was like, he asked at the front door, like, hey, do you have seats for us? And they're like, yeah, go over here. And so we sat at these seats, and they're like, 2 more will be joining you. And so I'm thinking, oh, cool. These are probably like friends of that dude's. Like, so it'll be cool. We'll get to like meet some of his friends. So it'll, work out that way. Cut to this, I want to say like 50, 60 plus year old couple comes in and sits down. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's like his parents or something. No, they're there on their first date at the same table as us. And I'm talking a tiny little table. Like anything I say, they're going to hear, and vice versa. And they are a very awkward couple.
Holy shit. So they're not even a couple yet.
Yeah.
It's their first date.
First date, right?
Oh, we're there on a first date with those people at the same table. Like me and Nessa were sitting across from each other, and they're sitting across from each other. It was so weird. So they ended up having to do the, shift to look towards the stage the whole time, and we kind of like had to shift and just look at each other because it was like we tried to talk to them, and they were just like not having it. Like they were like, it was not ideal. But so we sat through the show like that, and then we went.
Can you imagine going on a first date with somebody and you're sitting across from 2 fucking Twitch streamers?
2 fucking the worst people impossible. So what do you guys do? Oh boy, yeah. Let's not go into that. Fuck. But anyway, so we watched the show, and then the guy Noel Miller hung out with us for a while, and I didn't know what kind of night I was getting into, but apparently he doesn't drink. So, and the other comedian was hanging out with us too, and he is a recovering alcoholic. So we were out until 4:30 in the morning, stone cold sober, at a bar. Oh. Playing basketball.
They weren't cool with like you drinking, and then
no, we could have drank. We could have drank, okay. But I, felt weird. Nobody was really drinking, so I was like, I'm not gonna do it.
I feel like I don't know what to do in that situation. Like if it's like somebody doesn't drink because of that, I don't know.
I know how stupid I get, and I was like, I don't want to embarrass Nessa in front of these people.
Yeah.
And he was already on my ass too. He was like, because I sat down and I was like, hey, can I get a Bud Light? And he's like, yeah, I'll have one too. And she's like, we sell a bucket. And I was like, yeah, bring the bucket. And so, which was 5 Bud Lights. And he was like, all right, well, those 2s are yours, and I'm going to hang on to these. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You know how it goes. So I didn't get too fucked up. But anyways, so we had an arcade basketball tournament, which was fun. I actually had a really good time. I did not know that was possible, being sober and having a good time. But 4:30 rolls around.
A freak occurrence.
Yeah, it was. Turns out the key is everyone else has to be sober. I think that's the key.
Okay. I'm never meeting any of you 2 in person sober, so fuck off with that shit. I'm drinking right now.
Yeah, he's drinking right now. 4:30 rolls around. We leave. We got this. The story's not that climactic. I feel like I've built to this so far, and it's just such a dud. But we're like, well, nothing's gonna be open. Let's go to McDonald's. So we go drive way out of the way to this McDonald's. Probably like a 20-minute detour for whatever reason. It's closed. Okay, fine. I get that. A lot of stores are closed right now when it's late. A lot of fast food's closed, whatever. So we drive another 20 minutes to another McDonald's. Get in line. The line is massive. So we're sitting in this line. He's dying. He hasn't eaten all day, all night. Damn. The line itself probably took another 20 minutes. Get to the thing. Hey, good night. How's it going? We're cash only tonight. Oh my God, I don't have cash on me. So we leave that drive-thru and we go to another McDonald's.
How long were you in the drive-thru?
Like 20 minutes. Like it was so long. That and sucks. Then get to the front and they go cash only. So then we drive to another McDonald's. Now, like, I'm hearing birds chirping outside. And I'm already committed. We're getting the goddamn McDonald's. I don't care if we're 2 days later. It's going to happen. Finally, at the third McDonald's, we got the goddamn McDonald's. And it was fucking delicious.
Third McDonald's?
It took
Wait, you
3.
went to 2?
I went to 2 before. The first one was closed. The second one, cash only. Then the third one, finally got the food. And, man, it was good.
Damn.
And I ate that double cheeseburger, and I immediately went to sleep.
What time was it by the time you got it?
I think I probably fell asleep like at 7 in the morning. Terrible stuff. Absolutely insane.
Forgot the ponchos.
It's the worst feeling when you start hearing the birds.
Oh, I hate it so much. That's that's Mother Nature telling you fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was my McDonald's adventure. I haven't been back since. I almost went today. But, it's always a good time. I want to try the McPlant. They have a plant-based burger now.
Yeah. I think it's only in, like, Texas now, right now or something. But
yeah, you're right. It sucks.
Didn't that Whataburger or something open up by you that you were going to check out? Some kind of burger joint?
Yep. I did go to Whataburger. Not great. Not that good. You haven't been yet?
Nope.
I won't. No, it's worth checking out. It's It's fine. It's okay.
Not worth the hype.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Heard it here first, folks.
Eat shit, Pat Mahomes. Whataburger sucks.
Clip it.
On that.
He's the whole reason that was brought here.
Yeah. Most people seem to love it. I'm not one. I don't know if you guys can hear. Dogs are going fucking ballistic outside my window right now.
Really? I don't hear anything. It's the ghost of... Oh, never mind.
Let's talk about Halo. Let's take a little break. Let's talk about Halo. I don't know what... Let's take a break. We'll be right back, and we'll talk about Halo.
I'm gonna put...
Welcome to Binge or Cringe, the podcast about first episodes. I'm your host, Cassidy, also known as Smart Mark on Twitch. What do you think about that, boys?
Wow.
With me today is Josh.
Yellow.
Classic. And Jake.
Hello. Not known for much. I'm Smart Mark's moderator.
He's a good mod.
Be good.
I have better ones, but he's up there. Top 5, maybe 10.
Not the best mod, just a very good mod.
Yeah, not my best mod, but a very good mod.
Okay. I'll take that. Because I don't try. So.
Yeah. Which, hey,
if I try, that'd be great. But
I mean, you're not fooling anybody if you listen to this podcast. You know our effort level. It's bordering on showing up.
Sometimes I don't even do that.
So. Right? Jake's fucking half in the bag right now. This week we talked about Jake. This is your episode, so I need your hype for this.
All right, this week we talked about motherfucking Halo. The TV show is here. It's been a long time coming. It has gone from a movie to a TV show, back to a movie, and now it's a TV show again. At some point, Steven Spielberg was going to do it, then he didn't. All sorts of history with Halo. I think they announced it at like E3, and E3 isn't even around anymore. E3 is dead.
Yeah, what happened with that?
The pandemic fucked them up, and then also E3 was kind of falling off anyway. So
I see. Okay. Well, were any of those things good that you watched? Have you watched all this stuff, the movies and?
Oh no! So what I mean is originally they had planned it to be a movie, and then that got canned, and that was going to be a Steven Spielberg thing. Steven Spielberg came on stage and announced it, and then they didn't do it. And then I think it's always been kind of a Showtime thing, and now it's finally happened. And now
Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus. What is this shit?
It's on Paramount Plus, and I think it also airs on Showtime, but I could be wrong about that.
Okay. I'd never heard of this Paramount Plus thing, and I was like, God damn, another one?
Yeah. It came out a little last year or the year before. Okay. So it's pretty new. Doesn't really have anything. I think this is his first big thing that it has.
I see. Well, let's go ahead and check out the trailer here for the show that you like so much, Halo, and see what we thought about it. So it's showing us animation, art direction by Dead4, authors Dead4 here. Co-author Camera Boy. Voices by Camera Boy, okay.
I see.
This is the trailer. They got Frog in it too. I didn't know they had Frog.
Houston, we have a problem. The last time, my name's not Houston.
I did like the comedy in this. It was pretty good.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So they got Camera Boy in this Halo show we watched.
Got the best fucking music too. Fucking, what is that? Breaking Benjamin?
Snap!
Awesome.
So, what we're seeing here is
you stupid twat.
it looks to be a flash
I
animation
thought we were playing snooker.
I'm sorry.
from 2009 of Halo.
5 aces.
Oh, damn.
This was kind of the
You
peak
win
comedy.
again.
There was a lot of, you know what? Halo produced a lot of content.
Yeah, there's so much of this fucking complete trash Halo flash animation out there.
You know what I used to watch? And I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I'm 2 beers in, so.
Oh shit! Here comes the trailer, the Halo Confessions.
I used to watch this fucking thing on YouTube called Arby and the Chief. Did you ever watch those?
Oh god!
Look that up. Oh man.
Arby and the Chief. Oh, it has its own 2008 to 2020.
What? It's still going? No way. No fucking way.
Episode 9. It's on IGN.
Dude, it was literally like a kid playing with his Master Chief toy and his Arbiter toy.
Yeah, it's apparently still going.
Holy shit! What?
Creator
Is
John
it animated
Graham.
now? Type it into YouTube real quick and just see what pops up.
Arby and the Chief is a live-action machinima web series created by John Graham. This looking familiar? Season 8 seasons.
Ooh, click on season 1. That's probably the one that I watched.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that.
It
yeah,
serves as a sequel to Master Chief Sucks at Halo trilogy.
Yeah.
I remember Red versus Blue or something like that.
This is free. It's on YouTube. If anybody out there wants to watch this should be free.
I tried to find. I knew you'd watch this old shit, so I tried to find something that maybe you had seen before. What? That's like old Newgrounds.
I watched this, and I didn't watch. What's the famous one? Red versus Blue.
Red versus Blue.
Never watched it.
You never watched it?
That.
I almost played a clip from that. I was planning on trolling.
That's the most popular by far.
Here it is, season 1, episode 1 pilot.
Oh, here we go.
Arby and the
Chief.
Chief.
Look at this shit. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Look at that.
They're fucking the...
Wait. Is it in-game?
The music selection for these old videos is really great.
Wait, this is from 2019. Hold on.
This has got to be it. This is a re-upload.
Oh, okay.
Look at that quality.
Oh.
So we're seeing Master Chief
We're fucked. We're fucked. I'm gonna make a run for it. You fucking
shooting a gun.
Suicide. Shut up, I'm going. No, don't.
So the one that I remember,
We're dead.
he was playing with his toys.
Playing with his toys?
His bedroom.
Oh my god.
Like literally, like there should. What's that? Arby and the Chief.
The movie?
Unless maybe it gets to that later. That's it. That's it right there.
This is a movie
That's
with
it.
a bunch of little Halo toys.
Now, let's all sit back and enjoy the
Yes, and he used Microsoft Sam for his voice. That's what
Here
was
we
funny
go.
about it.
Everyone shut your hole.
Look at the text. Look at the text.
We're seeing it says Master Chef presents to aliens from to outer space.
Wow.
Travis, can I have some?
You guys are gonna love this.
When you're like
Dude, I
8
was-
to 13, this is the funniest shit on the planet.
Dude, I loved this shit.
Shut
I loved
the
it.
fuck up.
Yeah.
The
First,
funny
there was
part-
nothing. But then, there were aliens.
Oh yeah, misspelling was so good.
Yep.
Sorry.
God, I remember all
So
this.
funny.
John Awesome was a man like any other.
So this is in-game
Okay,
footage.
I remembered. Yeah. So he mixed in-game footage with his like toys.
Okay.
It was actually
right, my
pretty
friend.
creative.
Okay.
Like it's
Well-
not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
He
Well,
was definitely committed.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was very creative for
He's,
his.
here's a scene of Master Chief toy with big aviators on his face.
Oh, no.
Hey! Don't panic!
Okay.
Now, what I want you to do is make some kind of announcement across the internet that will restore everyone's confidence in you. Show them that you're a cool, down-to-earth guy, and let them know
Yeah.
that you're entirely capable of producing quality work. You think you can do
All right. So if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, this is what Jake likes. So if you kind of find yourself agreeing with him,
that,
maybe
buddy?
No problem.
This is Arby and the Chief, the
My
movie.
name
Arby and the Chief, the movie. Okay. Good stuff. Cool stuff.
is
Good
Master
stuff. Yeah.
My name is Master Chief. Hitting us with the "My name is Master Chef" joke. 17 minutes into a 30-minute video. All right.
Yep.
Let's look at the actual Halo trailer here a little bit. See, kind of just skim through it here. All right, what do you guys think about the environments from this show?
The environments,
Yeah.
you know,
Like the world.
I thought some of them were all right. Like I thought that this like desert planet thing looked okay. I thought the costumes were a little bit weird. Like everybody kind of felt like they were in cosplay a little bit.
It
I don't
did.
know if you guys kind of got that.
Yep.
Kind of like Wheel
But,
of Time. It was just very
Yeah.
like you're on a set.
I don't know what does that. I don't know like what sets, because like there's some shows that just nail it and they're just, you know, everything is believable. But some shows like this, it's just like something about the costumes and stuff is just off.
It's like when you watch Dune, everything fit and made sense. Like nothing felt out of place, but everything also felt unique. I don't really,
Yeah.
It does feel sort of generic. Like the tribes people here, like this one scene, they're just wearing big coats.
That's true, yeah. And they're in the desert. Like, why are they wearing coats in the desert?
Yeah, yeah.
Also, the show opens and they're immediately talking about how they're mining water on this desert planet. How the fuck does that work?
For real?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see that. I don't remember that.
they work at a water extractor.
What do you think about this CGI?
Oh Jesus, that looks terrible.
Some of the CGI on the show looks real bad.
Yeah.
Don't put that in the trailer.
No. It's like Sonic level bad.
Master Chief
Original
recovered
Sonic
something.
level.
Okay, so now, what did you think about the costumes? Like the Halo guys' costumes, the Army men costumes.
Master Chief, Master Chief's armor did not look right to me. Like, it looked like he was wearing fake cosplay armor.
Yeah. They look like Power Rangers or something, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It just stands out too much.
I
don't know what to point at that makes me think that, but it's just something is off.
Yeah, I agree. Because, like, even the Mandalorian, I didn't feel the same way about the Mandalorian. And the Mandalorian's kind of the same get up. You know?
Yeah, Mandalorian's very similar, yeah.
Let's look at the Mandalorian outfit real quick. Because I never felt like it didn't fit. So here's probably the problem here. See how it looks like he just has plates of armor and, like, it looks believable. Like, he just is wearing this thing underneath a few plates of armor.
Right. It looks like an evolution of armor that you would be wearing, right?
Yeah.
Like, and his whole thing is like the metal pieces that he's wearing are like some sort of super metal that reflects, lasers and shit.
But then you look at the Halo guy, and he's suited up from bottom to top. Yeah. There's nothing normal looking about him. It's all like super crazy equipment. So maybe that's why it looks so weird.
Yeah.
I guess you could make the comparison to like a stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm. I was kind of feeling that.
Yeah. Even though stormtroopers, though, were more believable, though. I agree stormtroopers, too. Yeah.
And maybe it has to do with what's underneath the armor. Because they both have the black, like, underneath. Whereas Halo guy, he does, but it's so full.
Maybe it's just also, maybe it's like, because they might be mixing CGI and real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And maybe that's what's throwing me off. Like, that guy right there and that quick shot, he looked fine. Like, his armor looked normal. But, like, when you see Master Chief, he just looks like he's part CGI, part real. I don't know.
I mean, I'm with you on it. I agree. It looked weird. It looked off. Speaking of looking weird and off, these aliens.
Yeah, the aliens did not look great.
The aliens look like some... You know what I thought of? I thought of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. The aliens from that.
Yeah.
They look pretty dated. That being said, do I care? I don't know. If you're the big Halo head, do you care?
It wasn't enough to throw me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, I just noticed it. It looked like I was watching a sci-fi channel TV show,
It's exactly how I felt. Like you're watching like this on a TV network.
Yeah.
That's a good comparison.
Kind of run-of-the-mill sci-fi
like that,
TV show.
And like sometimes it looked all right. Like that right there, it looks okay.
Yep.
That shot. But then it's like farther away, it doesn't. So yeah, it's odd.
Something about it looks too clean. Even though you can tell that there's like erosion on it and stuff. Maybe it's the visor or something, but it just looks too clean, like pristine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't look real. A good comparison might be what's the one where they fight the alien, the big bugs, Starship Troopers. Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that in a way.
Yeah. Especially this scene here where they're like out in the desert, or like they're in the desert village and they're fighting. Yeah, I don't know. It just looked off.
It looks off. Okay. I was going to complain about it, and I was like, I was interested if you were going to say that or if you were going to be about it. If you go into this with the perception you're going to watch a little better than normal sci-fi channel movie or show, you'll probably have a good time.
Yeah.
I came into this thinking I was going to see something like on the same level. Like, I thought this was going to be very big budget. And I don't think it doesn't
but
appear that way.
It's like it kind of reminds me of The Expanse a little bit in terms of like The Expanse was kind of low budget when it started out, and it kind of had the same problem where it like stuff looked off a little bit. But the show itself and the writing and stuff ended up being pretty good. So that sailed through. And then eventually it got like picked up by another studio that gave it way more money. And then the CGI got really good.
Do you think this show's going to hang around?
Like
heavy breathing.
Yeah. I mean, okay. What did you guys think of...
I'm just watching Jake's dreams being crushed in real time.
You know what, though? I'm not a huge... Okay, I read some of the Halo books in school. But later on, now, I don't have as much of a I don't think the story is all that great of Halo. And what I was interested in with this show is it going to take the Halo story and make it good?
Yeah.
Because right now the Halo story kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's what I was hoping from you, because watching it, I was like, all right, Halo head might know. Like, does the lore line up with the show, and is that why it is the way it is? Because I thought the story was just like predictable and meh.
Yeah, they seem to be So this seems to be starting before it's starting before the fall of Reach, which was a major milestone event in the history, the lore of Halo.
This was your Squidward opportunity. Before you got in here, Josh, Jake and I we joined the call, and for whatever reason, we both were talking like Squidward. And then we were like, I didn't know you could do a Squidward impression.
I was like, damn, I didn't know you had a Squidward in you.
Yeah. That was a good time. Missed out.
Yeah.
Well, now I gotta
missed
hear
out, Josh.
I don't have to miss out. You could just do it.
Be done again.
It happens naturally. What happened was I joined, and then Cassidy sounded kind of like Squidward when he said hello. He was like, hello. And so I just responded in kind. I was like, hello.
Dude, those were the best SpongeBob episodes when Squidwards met, like he met other Squidwards, you know? Do you remember those episodes?
Yeah, I remember that exact, yeah.
And they were like, they were fucking living it up, like both playing flutes and stuff. Oh, man, classic shit.
Yeah.
It just shows how interesting Halo was.
Oh, yeah, so Halo.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, the show opens, they're on a desert planet where they're extracting water from. It's a separatist colony, so that means that they're like rebels.
So are you saying? Okay, I'll let you go here, but so they're rebels.
The UNSC.
Yeah.
So
there's like this other faction that's kind of like an empire.
They're just like I think they're just separatists. Yeah. So yeah, they're like the UNSC. Earth is like an empire. I think that what does UNSC stand? Is it like United Nations something Corps? Anyway, so yeah, they're separatists, which I actually was like, okay, this is kind of interesting because in the games, the UNSC is like they're like a very like rah like pro-military imperialist thing, but they're always portrayed as like the good guys, like they don't do anything wrong. So right away, I was like, oh, it's showing us separatists, which kind of implies that the UNSC is not great.
I see.
And there's a reason to be separate from them, right? Like, there's a reason to rebel. And I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. But then immediately, so, like, basically these kids go out into the woods, like, far away from their home. I don't know why. And
to do drugs.
Like, yeah, probably to do drugs.
I mean, it was.
What were they doing? Was it really to do drugs?
They were doing mushrooms.
Yeah, they were doing drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
They even say how long will it take to kick in or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I must have missed that part. But this Covenant dropship comes in, or they find it. This one girl named Quan, finds it. Yes, and then they fucking kill all the kids except for Quan.
They got annihilated.
They got annihilated. They got like blown up. Blood was flying everywhere and shit. That's pretty fucked up. But but it was also super cheesy. So, you know, all the dialogue was really cheesy.
Yeah, the dialogue was cheesy. The like them killing people, they like it's like part zaps them and part blows them up. You know, it was like hard to understand what was happening there. It's like
they're like
evaporates
it's like plasma weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like plasma that's like melting them kind of when they get killed. I mean, I thought that was fine. But like
they all the kids also had mullets. I have low budget looking mullet squad gets zapped. It's the general's daughter.
Yes, the general's daughter of the separatists.
Dude, how stupid was this? Watching the daughter, knowing the dad was going to get killed, and they like tease it like 3 or 4 times, like, oh, he almost got killed, he almost got killed. And the whole time I'm thinking, they're not going to kill everyone in this giant ass encampment and just leave the daughter. Are they really going to do this?
Yep.
The most...
It was the dumbest shit. So, like, they come back. So, like, okay, all these kids get blown up in the woods. She's the only survivor. She, like, fires off this red flare, and they all see the red flare, and they're like, oh, fuck. And they think they're being attacked by the UNSC. So they all, like, get into their gun positions. She runs all the way back, and she's like, oh, my God, no, that's not UNSC, blah, blah, blah. And then these alien covenant bust in, and they start killing everybody. And then they're like killing people, and then this Halo Pelican comes in, drops off Master Chief and like 2 other Spartans, and they start killing the aliens.
The Halo Master Chief jumping around, I have written down that it looked really hilarious because he like floats when he jumps. You know, he's like
It does not look like he should be able to jump that high, so it just looks really off. And then so that the animation just looks bad in so many spots. So yeah, he's like jumping around and like shooting, and then there's this really cheesy part where like, okay, so this whole show has been building up to where like, oh, they're separatists, they hate the UNSC, they talking about how like the UNSC lies to them all the time and shit, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds like an empire, that sounds like what they would do. And then there's a part where the guy that's the most turned against the UNSC just like sees Master Chief shoot like one alien, and then he just goes, he's on our side, and then just like starts fucking like, and it's just like, let's go, and like runs out, and I'm like, that was the stupidest fucking thing. Are you kidding me? They're separatists until they see you kill one alien, and then they're like, well, fuck, you guys are on our side.
So bad. So stupid.
It was like watching a Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
So the Covenant, their animations all looked weird. They looked out of place. There was a weird part where like Quan did this weird like, she was like, oh, it was when she was running back to the town. They just did this weird slow-mo thing where she like jumped, and it was like slow motion, and there were like bullets flying by her, and I was like, is that implying that she's going to be like a Spartan or something later?
Yeah, I mean, of course. Of course she's going to have some superpower stuff. Even though she didn't have anything throughout this episode, she definitely will. I have multiple points.
She'll be something special,
where I laughed. Like I have lulled at the zoom in on Master Chief that were not supposed to be funny scenes. They were just so dumb that it was like hilarious. Like a lot of just like, look how cool Master Chief is.
I hate the nods. There were multiple times where fucking Master Chief would look at somebody and just nod.
Give him the nod, yep.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's the cheesiest shit in the world, dude. Don't do that.
See, now when you say the nods, I thought something else. I thought you meant like nods to the fans of the Halo series where it was like so many little... Yeah, so many little things where it was like, oh, he used this thing from the game. Oh, yeah, he did this power up. Oh, cool, his shield regenerated. Wow, nice.
I was wondering how you felt about that. If it was corny or if it was fine. It felt too obvious.
Yeah, very obvious.
Yeah,
instead of
it was too obvious. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously they're gonna have like the same technology and guns and shit from the game, but like they highlighted it too much. They pointed it out too much, and that was like.
Remember cheesy. This? Remember this?
Although the one thing that I did appreciate, I don't even know if they meant to do this, but there's a part where like Master Chief is just like standing on top of this like metal thing, and he's like shooting for like 10 seconds at these aliens. Not a single bullet is hitting. I don't know if you remember this. He's just like standing there, he's just going. It's just like nothing is hitting.
What was the point of that?
Anybody?
Yeah, he didn't hit anybody, and I was like, I'm glad that at least the show knows that the fucking assault rifle sucks ass. Like, that was the one thing where I was like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a nod, but if it was, that was good.
That's good.
That's a nod. That's pretty good. I like that. Because I was wondering, like, why did he miss everything?
Yeah, and I was like, that is a classic assault rifle fucking thing that just happened right there.
That's funny.
I think you might be giving him too much credit, because the guy before he started doing that said, "Give me some cover fire."
Oh, okay.
And that's why he was just randomly shooting into the air. Yeah.
God. Okay. It looked to me like he was just like holding the trigger down, shooting at an alien, and it was just all missing.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. It would have been better if it was my version. Just saying.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
would be way better.
Yeah. Hey, that took what, 2 seconds to think of, but
exactly. Yeah. Hey, the AR sucks. Let's make it suck in the show.
Right.
But like, yeah, so that, damn, I thought that was a good thing, so I'm going to mark that as a bad thing. And then, yeah, so after all of it ends, only Quan survives out of the entire village.
So cliche, the most cliche storyline of all time. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then I thought it was kind of weird that, like, I know Master Chief is supposed to be like a cold kind of killing machine, like, dog of the military kind of guy, but he just kind of like, they just leave her in the town. They're just like one survivor, and then they just leave. They don't give her any instruction.
That seemed realistic to me. Here. I liked that.
Really? Okay.
I was like, okay, good.
I thought at least just like they would be like, wait here for extraction or something like that. You know what I mean?
But also, like, aren't they enemies? So shouldn't they have just shot her or something? Like, aren't they supposed to be enemies?
I think they are kind like they're separatists, but they weren't there to kill them though. So like, I don't think. I mean, they just didn't care, I guess, which is what they're trying to demonstrate. Yeah. Which, yeah, I guess that was fine. I just thought it was a little weird. I just figured it'd be like, wait here or something like that. But anyway, Master Chief's voice. What do you guys think of Master Chief's voice?
I didn't really care.
Different about it.
Yeah. Well, let me fucking tell you.
Okay, here we go.
Master Chief's voice. No, it was weird at first hearing Master Chief's voice be so different from what you expect. Like, he's got a very distinctive voice in the games that you recognize.
I see.
And he just kind of sounded like a guy that was trying to sound gruffy, but he wasn't. Like, that's not his natural speaking voice.
Okay, so if you have such a strong feeling about this voice, what did you think about when he took his helmet off?
Oh man, that was fucking weird. I get why they did it.
Ooh, that was.
They've
weird.
never done that. That's a big deal in the games that he never takes his helmet off. There's like at the end of Halo 1, if you beat it on Legendary, there is a brief cutscene where he takes his helmet off, but you don't see his face, and that's like it's like a whole thing in the games. It's like you never see his face. So it was really weird that first episode they're just like, plug it, here's his face.
So you're saying, the first episode isn't good to show his face? So incredibly bad. Like,
he just seemed like the most generic.
Yeah. And it made him look worse. It made him look worse. Way more out of place in his armor.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. It looked weird. It was just, and why, so after the first episode, I was like, why do that in the first episode? Like, why not tease that out for a long time, like the Mandalorian did, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But the first episode is called like, I can't remember what the name of it was. It was like Reborn or like Shedding or something. Like, so it was the idea was supposed to be him not being the Spartan anymore, I think is the whole like theme of that first episode. So it's like, so you're giving us a show with Master Chief, who everybody loves, but you're gonna, the first episode, make him not the character that everybody likes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't care, but
So that's the thing where, like, I am okay with them changing Master Chief's character because his character in the games kind of sucks.
It's not going to work in a show, probably.
Yeah, it's not going to work in a show. He's just he's a mindless killing machine for the military, is what he is in the games. The things that he says, like the most character he's had has been in the most recent game, Infinite. But before that, he just like he had these one-liners. Like
Unbound.
Action movie one-liners.
Unbound. So he's no longer bound to his Spartan ways, basically.
Yeah. Oh no, that's episode. No, episode 1 is Contact. That's episode 2.
Okay, I'm caught again, giving the show too much credit.
Too much credit. Yeah. So yeah, the whole setup appears to be that Master Chief is given an order to kill Quan on his way back. Okay, Master Chief finds an artifact, a fucking MacGuffin on the desert planet.
Yeah.
And he's on his way back in his Pelican. And he's captured the girl. He's imprisoned her for some reason on the ship. And, like, he's given the command to kill her by the UNSC, which I actually liked because the UNSC in the games is, like, a very, like, they're perfect. They're, like, oh, we're so, like, they're this perfect, like, oh, yeah, we're the military, we're, like, you know that they're, like, weird, like, imperialist people, but, like, they don't ever cover that in the games. They're just like, no, they're the best, hoorah, fucking Marines, let's go. So the fact that they are being painted as evil in this show is actually kind of cool, and I like that. So that is a good change that I like.
Things that Jake noticed about the show that no one else... No
I was
idea
looking
about
for shit, okay?
No idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So I am happy with that. Fucking.
My note said, "Girl says Halo Man killed her mom." So.
Oh yeah, that was kind of.
That guy probably killed her mom. I have another note that said, "Bad guys invite Survivor Girl." So that's what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
They're bad guys. Halo Man is supposed to kill her, I guess.
Yeah. Halo Man gets
Article 72.
Article 72.
Order 66 is a different thing.
He ignored that order.
Spartans have memories. The docs are worried. Oh, because he's having memories. So then they try to capture him. Let me just try to get through this entire show real quick.
This is important.
This was Baby Yoda. Go ahead.
Spartans are kidnapped from their parents when they're kids, and they're cloned. And the clones are sent back to their parents, and the real kids stay in the military because the clones die after like 5 years.
Oh shit!
So they steal kids from their parents, and then their kids mysteriously die 5 years later, and then the real kids are in the military and they become Spartans. So this is setting up that Master Chief is having memories of his actual childhood, which they erased when they kidnapped him.
Here's a question.
He was severed.
He was severed. That's right.
So it's literally the story of Spartans, and then they call them Spartans. So it's like exactly that. Is most of Halo is most of Halo just very obvious?
Yeah, Halo borrows. I say borrow.
Straight up
steals. Yeah, they steal their shit from everything. Yeah, okay. Like Halo. Even like what's kind of fucked up is like, I don't know if you remember, but like when Halo came out, it was like 2 months after 9/11. So like we had just invaded Afghanistan. Halo came out. A lot of people really jumped onto the like it was just fortunate that they had Marines in the game. So a lot of people really jumped onto the Marines thing. Because if you'll remember the craziness of the Afghanistan time, a lot of America was very pro-war.
Right.
And then Halo 2 took it a step further, and it had a lot of inspiration from the Afghanistan war, including that's when they started focusing on the Covenant being like religious zealots and wanting to destroy humanity because of their religion.
I see.
Yeah. Wow. So there's some. Yeah. So they drew some inspiration from some pretty fucked up places, to be honest. So yeah, it's some of the, a lot of that shit's not great, and then a lot of the other stuff, sci-fi wise, is just kind of borrowed from other sci-fi. So that's why it's really not. Yeah. And then the Spartan stuff.
At the end of the day, Halo is just a really good game, and to play, not really anything to do with the story or anything like that. Because I played lots and lots of Halo. I didn't know anything at all about it. I was just like, hey, you shoot the guy? Okay, this is fun.
Right. And the shit that you were interested in was mostly like the ancient technology or whatever, and the flood and like shit like that. It was kind of cool. But
some of my notes are, this does remind me of the Mandalorian, where the girl is Baby Yoda. It also reminded me of, there's like it's probably a trope where you have 3 factions. I was thinking it reminded me of like Zerg, Protoss, Terran, Rebels, Empire, whatever the alien races are, shit like that. It was just like,
and they've got like a human on the Covenant side, which kind of implies that there's going to be.
I hated that shit. That was so stupid. Obvious, so of course, and they made it like a big reveal. Like, oh, can you believe that the leader of the alien force is a human? Every fucking sci-fi does that. Everyone. Make it a cool ass alien guy.
And she's not the leader. She's like a weird, like, religious thing. It's like she's used as like, she's like a prophet, I think, on the way they see it. So she doesn't lead them, but she's like, she's leading them to artifacts and shit. So yeah, I thought that was really stupid because that's not from the games at all, and it was just kind of thrown in here, and I was like, okay. So yeah,
let's go around the horn.
One other thing. Okay. One other fucking thing.
We should have never let.
Did you guys notice?
I was like, you know what? You guys picked the episode, and here we are.
Cortana's a human being in this show. What the fuck? You guys,
Josh, can you believe that?
Did you notice that shit? Cortana's in a fucking vat. She's in like a orb thing. You didn't see that? She's like the naked lady in the orb.
I mean, I saw it.
Cortana is an AI, okay? She was programmed. Why the fuck is she a real person now?
Yeah, Josh, explain.
Honestly, I missed it.
Josh was out cold.
20 minutes in, I bumped up the playback speed to like 1.5.
Oh, savage.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So savage. This is that show Jake likes, right? All right.
Yeah. I have watched episode 2. I'm just going to say that.
When you said that, I was like, this guy's got problems. What is this?
I just wanted to see. Yeah, I just needed a confirmation.
Did it get better?
It was bad. No.
Damn.
Halo. I almost called him Halo Man. Master Chief.
It's working.
Master Chief takes off his armor all the way in episode 2.
Ooh.
And just walks around like a normal dude.
Dude, fuck that shit.
So that's cool.
That's
they are 100% going Mandalorian though, because now he's like loose, just doing like it's just him and the girl going, and he's like going rogue doing shit. So
chaotic good over here.
Straight up stealing from the Mandalorian. Halo's just a ripoff of everything. I hate to say it, they just rip off everything. Yeah. Well, for me, I'll go first. I'm not gonna watch any more of this. My favorite parts of this show were the alien fight. I was like, okay, this is fun, kind of, if I get into like the sci-fi mood, like I want just dumb sci-fi, but it was beating me over the head with the stupid story shit that I didn't care about too much.
Yeah.
That made me like, struggling to get through it.
They immediately introduced that stupid MacGuffin thing. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I do not
that was so stupid. That scene right at the end where they they land the ship, which, by the way, I
thought you were going to like this show. I did think you were going to like this.
You thought I was going to like it?
I did think so. I was like, maybe he loves Halo so much.
I thought both of you were going to like it.
Wow.
There you go. How do you like that, Cassidy, motherfucker?
I'm not. Right. I thought you would love Halo so much.
I love the Halo games, but the story sucks. Oh, yeah. I would like to see a good version of the story. That's mostly what I'm interested in, but it's not going to happen.
Cringe.
But yeah, that sucked whenever cringe
for me.
The fucking ship landed and he just he touched the thing and it turned off everything, but it powered up his ship and then he flew away. That was the stupidest, laziest fucking writing I've ever seen in my life. That was so stupid.
Incredibly stupid. I was like, my eyes were glazed over by that point. Like, I was just like, I was watching it, but I was like, it was so hard to stay, like, to keep paying attention because it was just getting dumber and dumber by the second. It was like, this sucks ass.
When they cut his oxygen and somehow he just like...
And then he just woke back up.
Yeah, fuck you, I don't need oxygen.
Why?
What was happening?
Why? Gets right back up.
Like, why?
It's so stupid.
It was the spirit, it was his pure will, man. What are you talking about?
It got dumber and dumber as it went on.
By the end of it, I didn't think that you guys would like it. While I was watching, I was like, oh, they probably like it because it's Halo. And by the end, I was like, there's no way. I'm not going to believe them if they say Binge.
And like the scene where the girl kicks the gun to him and then he kicks it back to her and he takes off his helmet.
You have to aim up here.
Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
That was stupid.
Josh, Binge or Cringe?
I'm a Cringe. I didn't think it was that bad. Once I lowered my standards to this is like after dinner TV sci-fi special for like kids to watch, they'll be into it.
Yeah, 100%.
But it was just everything was obvious and predictable and just not for me.
I'm gonna give it a cringe, but I'm gonna keep watching it. So
really, you think you're gonna keep going?
I'm gonna watch episode 3. Just see what happens. I don't know why.
Glutton for punishment. If it was something like a franchise I liked a lot, I would probably do the same thing.
Oh, 100%.
Pure morbid curiosity and where it goes.
It's like watching new Star Trek. It's like you can't look away. You just like watching them kill something you love. It's like
nostalgia too. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not confident that the people who made this show can make it good either. Like based on that first episode, I'm not confident that they could like change gears and make it good later.
Nah. All right, let's take a little break. When we come back, we're going to play a little game it's going to be a new game. I wrote the name of this. Oh, this game is going to be called Just Gamer Things. Let's take a little break and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. It's time for a segment to prove your gamer worth. If you are a Mario maniac or maybe you're just a sleepy Snorlax and you're not so hip to your gamer knowledge, these are all video game related questions. The first one to answer correctly gets the point. We're going to play a little game called, I wrote down hashtag Just Gamer Things. Let's play the intro music here for a second. Remember building walls in Fortnite? Well, baby, we're chug-jugging now. Or maybe we could kill some zombies. We could play some Dying Light. You play Among Us to win. When you're sussy, I say doubt. Staring at your kill count and hey, Halo, I got my gamer now. My Diddy Kong's been awakened. With every barrel you've been breaking. Wario Land had you shaking. Animal Crossing collecting trout. Started when you're milking a cow. Star Fox and you're my ace. Baby, I see your KD and Halo. Elden Ring and your touch and grace. You're in WoW grinding boards. Speed running, your first place. And you're pretty good at Halo. Pray it won't fade away. You're pretty good at Halo, Halo, Halo. You're pretty good at Halo, Halo, Halo. You're pretty good at Halo. Oh. Far too long.
Oh my god.
You got Beyonce for that shit?
She's a fan. What can I say?
You're my favorite streamer. I gotta do this every time. Oh man, I appreciate you too much. Oh, that's hilarious. Gifted.
Oh shit. Oh, that's so
that's
funny.
Too good. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, got that one. So unfortunately, that might be the what I play for every time we do this segment. Just Gamer Things. We're gonna go through a quiz here and test your gamer cred. First one to answer gets the point. Let me get your setup point system set up here. Winner gets an autographed CD of the hashtag JustGamers theme song CD. All right. Okay, this first question, this is from kickassquestions.com. The most famous video game character of all time. Who is this? Now, I have a list here I can read, or you can just blurt out the answer.
I've got it. Mario.
Jake with Mario. Jake's on the board 1 point. You're going to have to be fast for this game.
So we're not saying our names and then the answer? We're just saying the answer?
Say your name and then the answer. We'll do that.
Okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Got it. I was putting in my credit card information. All right, let's go.
All right.
Damn, all
right. Number 2. There's 12 questions, I believe, here. Number 2. Who... You have to be fast here, Josh. Jake is he's going to know.
I've already accepted this.
I'm a gamer.
Who is the elven sword wielding, green clothed
Link.
Jake with the second point.
Jake, Link.
There you
go. You wouldn't have got it anyway.
Oh wait, do we need to say our name first? Is that what you said?
Yeah, first one to buzz in with your name, or you can make a buzzing sound. It's up to you. It's however you want to do it.
I'm going to say Jake's name. Okay. That's my buzz.
Okay.
Shit. Okay.
Jake, I don't know what you're going to say.
I'll say Josh.
Okay. The game series, in this game series, golden rings are used as life energy and money.
Josh, Sonic.
Josh is on the board.
Wait,
man, you confused me when you said my name.
Wait, Josh is on the board?
No, I mean Jake. Jake, you have 3.
Already confused him. Okay, perfect.
In what series were Dracula and the Grim Reaper recurring villains?
Josh, Castlevania.
Castlevania.
I love how really tested your gamer cred here.
I can hear now.
These are hard questions. Some of the hardest gamer questions. NES is short for what?
The what?
NES is short for what? NES is short for what?
Jake.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I really don't know. Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yes! We got one!
Fuck!
I just thought of the generic word.
I picked the literally most basic quiz I could find.
It's pretty basic.
What was the first... Okay, this might be a hard one. What was the first home console? What was the first home console? Yes.
The Genesis? Okay, I don't know.
Here's some of your options.
I don't know old games. I only play new games like Halo.
I'll say Atari.
Josh, 2 points coming in on Jake. Woo.
That was just the earliest one I can remember.
Yep, Atari. I think...
Get these old games out of here.
Technically, the Magnavox Odyssey was the first but actual game in-home gaming console. Not very well known, though, but I'm going to give you the point. Is it not that popular? Yeah, it was in 1972. Yeah.
That's not a surprise.
And then in 77, the Atari 2600 came out. But I'm going to give you the point because you're a lot closer. What part of the Xbox 360 causes the red ring of death? And now I can go through this.
Jake?
Uh-huh.
The power button? Oh, what causes the red ring, or where do you see the red ring?
What causes it?
Oh.
The heat sink. Oh, what caused, like, the thing that causes it is it overheats.
You are correct. The heat sink is the correct answer here. What is the hardest game of all time? Now, this seems a little...
Battletoads.
Josh, your options are...
Jackson.
Uh-huh. Ghosts and Goblins.
That was it.
Assassin's Creed, Ninja Gaiden, Contra, or Neverwinter Nights.
Josh.
I don't know any of those.
Ghosts and Goblins.
I'll give it to you. Even though you already guessed.
Well, you didn't give me... You gave him the options. It's not fair.
I say first one to buzz in can go, but I am going to continue if no one buzzes in.
Okay.
How many buttons were on the original NES controller, including the D-pad?
The D-pad counts as one button?
You tell me.
Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is it deep? Yeah. No, but oh, fuck. That's a good question, though. Is it one button?
If the D-pad counts as one, I'm going to say 5.
It counts as, apparently, according to this, it counts as multiple.
More than one. Okay, so more than one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say 8.
Shit.
Josh, coming in. You got it. It is 8.
Bullshit.
Which of these is not a Rockstar developed game? Bully, Grand Theft Auto 5, Assassin's Creed.
Josh, Assassin's Creed.
Jake, Assassin's Creed. Sounded like a tie to me.
How many forms do the final boss of The Legend of Dragoon have? How many final forms does this boss have? 1, 5, 10, 2, or 7?
Jake.
Josh, 7. Oh wait, he said Jake. Shit.
You have the floor.
When you said Jake, I thought you were gonna. It makes me think you're going, Jake. You go ahead and answer this.
Yeah. Most of the time I do want to say that.
Jake, you got the point.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, actually, the correct answer of the Red Ring of Death was the graphics card also fucked up. It was both the graphics card and the heatsink.
Oh.
All right, the final question.
I knew that it just overheated.
Kratos is the main character of which game?
Josh, God of War.
And that's how you play hashtag Just Gamer Things.
That's right.
Let's play.
Don't ever step into the gamer arena with me. I'll fuck you up.
I felt fucked up.
Yeah. I knew Jake was going to come in there hard, so I tried to go with the most basic questions possible. 9-3. Not a bad showing.
It's close. Maybe next time.
Gonna have to study up because you're gonna have to hear that song at least one more time.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, that ought to do it for us this week. We have not decided on what we're going to watch next week, but we'll let you know when the episode drops. How about that, huh? Thank you guys so much for watching or listening, or both. Hey, why not? If you want to reach out to us, you can reach out by going to anchor.fm/binge or cringe pod, or leave us a message. There's a little button there. You can leave an audio message, or you can email us at bingeorcringepod@gmail.com. Either way works, and we'll read it out on the old episode and discuss whatever questions or concerns or comments you have. That wraps up this week. We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.